Alright, so it's 30 days of WrestleMania. We're going to do a recap on each and every single WrestleMania leading up to WrestleMania 30. And other stuff that had to do with WrestleMania related stuff that WWE put out. So we're going to start off with the first one, WrestleMania 1. And I apologize, I've been late for the past couple days. Just a lot of things been happening. So we'll start off with WrestleMania 1. First matchup was this guy, Executioner, versus Tito Santana. I gotta say that the promo for the Executioner was funny as hell. He didn't even know what to talk about, like I'm doing right now. And his mask, he was wearing some stupid mask, and his eye was like over here, where you can barely see one of his eyes. His nose was out of place. I don't know, it was just funny. So, I don't know, I just had a laugh. So the winner of that match was Tito Santana. The second match is, I guess, infamous. SD Jones versus King Kong Bundy. And, well, 8-9 seconds, whatever it was, King Kong Bundy wins. The third match was Matt Bourne, pre-doink. So it's Matt Bourne versus Ricky Steamboat. That match was actually not that bad. It was actually pretty good. I liked it. I enjoyed it. It was good. Third match, it was relaxed. They were working. They were getting the crowd going. Yeah, a little back and forth here and there. The winner of that match was Ricky Steamboat. Now, and I gotta say, it was funny. They had Lord Alfred Hayes. He would, he was one of the back interviewers. And he would say something like, he would talk about the match, and then he would go off to Gene Okerlund. Well, while he was talking, Matt Bourne almost walked in front of the camera, and he gave a look at the camera like, oh crap, and turned around and walked right back, because I guess you want to call it the gorilla position. That's where Lord Alfred Hayes was at, pretty much near the gorilla position, pretty much near the entrance or exit of the ramp where the guy comes out. So it was just kind of funny. The next match, we had David Sammartino with his dad, Bruno Sammartino, who got a huge pop when they came in just because it's Bruno, versus Brutus Beefcake. Now this is before he became the barber, with Jimmy Valiant as his manager. Now, earlier they announced they had pre-recorded interviews, and I just started laughing because the Brutus Beefcake one was a little bit of a botchy one, so to speak. I don't know if it was intended or not, but I was kind of laughing because when they had the pre-recorded interviews, they would make it seem like, okay, we're ready, we're going. It's like literally like a minute before their entrance is going to the match. And Jimmy Valiant and also Brutus Beefcake, they were wearing like a matching gold outfit. So, or excuse me, Johnny Valiant, and they were, wearing a matching gold outfit. And then it was just the hilarity for me. I started laughing about it. Was when they were coming out to the ring, they were both wearing red. So, that's pretty much my thing about it. The match was kind of okay. It was just a way for Vince to use Bruno. It was just David versus Beefcake, and it wasn't really that good of a match. They were going back and forth, whatever. The crowd was into it just because Bruno, whatever. Beefcake throws David out of the ring. Valiant, beats him up a little bit. Bruno comes in, starts beating up Valiant, and he throws Valiant inside the ring. Then Bruno goes inside the ring, and then they start fighting. So everyone starts fighting, and the referee couldn't control it, so he just double DQ'd him. That's pretty much it. He just threw out the match. The next match was Greg the Hammer Valentine versus Junkyard Dog for the IC title. The crowd was into it. They played Grab Them Cakes when it was coming out. I'm not too sure if that was actually the original song, and I'm going to get more into it in the next match, but I think it was overdubbed or something. I don't know. But it was back and forth. It was actually getting pretty good. Towards the end, Valentine, like, kind of, I don't know what he do. He poked JYD's eyes. JYD couldn't see anything. Valentine scooped, grabbed his legs, get him for the pin, put his legs over the ropes. So it was, and the referee counted 1, 2, 3. Referee didn't see it. Well, everyone's saying whatever. Valentine was declared the winner, but Tito Santana came over and was telling the referee he put his feet on the ropes. He used the ropes. So what happened? Well, the referee restarted the match. Valentine was already outside the ring. He was getting ready to leave. He counted, and pretty much, it said, get in the ring or you're going to be counted out. Well, pretty much, referee counted to 10, and, Valentine lost. So, Junkyard Dog won the match. And, well, what happened? Well, won the match. But since, you can't win the title for a countout, Valentine still retains the title. He's still the Intercontinental Champion. The crowd was yelling, bullshit, but whatever. So the next match was a tag team match for the WWF titles. It was the Iron Sheik and Nikolai Volkov, and they were going up against Mike Rotunda and Barry Windham. Now, and Iron Sheik and Volkov had Freddie Blassie with them, and Rotunda and Windham had Captain Lou with them. Now, when I was saying, earlier about the JYD music, is basically Mike Rotunda and Barry Windham's original music was Real American. And we all know who uses that, right? It's famous now. It's Hulk Hogan. And the reason why they were using that, it was basically, they were all-American boys or whatever. No pun intended for the Rougeos. But, they could use that, actually. That would have been cool. But whatever. But anyway, it was a good match. I enjoyed it. I believe it was back and forth, and they were pretty good. I mean, Rotunda and Windham were pretty good, and this holds up to Windham, how great he is. So basically, sorry, I'm reading here. So the winner of the match is Iron Sheik and Volkov, but the only way they won was Freddie Blassie hit Windham with the cane. So, so they win. They're the new tag team or they won the titles. The next match we had Big John Studd versus Andre the Giant. And here's the little stipulation here. If Big John Studd wins the match, I guess it was a slam challenge. So if Big John Studd slammed Andre, that means Andre loses and he retires from wrestling. So if Andre slams Big John Studd, then Big John Studd wins $15,000. Now the promo for that match was hilarious because John Studd would show the money and Mean Gene will try to put his little hands in it, and Bobby Heenan would just slap him and say, "What the heck you doing?" Stuff like that. So it was kind of funny as heck. But the winner of that match, as we know, and we've seen it all the time in every WrestleMania promo, is pretty much Andre the Giant. Now this one was, I guess you want to call it co-main event. This was for the Ladies Championship. They called it Ladies Championship. They didn't call it the Women's or the Divas. They called it Ladies Championship. It was Leilani Kai with the Fabulous Moolah versus Wendy Richter with Cyndi Lauper. Now,